You know what pisses me most about esports? They always say, yeah, there is not enough talent, there is not enough passionate players, when there are literally thousands of people who would love to just get opportunity to prove themselves. But no, because we now lead esports in a capitalism mindset, you only get like 1 to 5% of the guys who can actually make anything out of this esports. Even at Korea, when you know you have T1, which is the most popular esports organization in the world, right? But honestly, when you look at esports today, it's just embarrassing. It's just literally guys selling spots to the highest bidder. There is no real rankings, no real tournaments. Nobody even earned their spots anymore, right? People always, you know, I don't mind if, you know, people have like, you know, somebody who they look up to, you know. But half of these pros literally get paid to gatekeep any competition. They literally got handpicked 5 years in a row, you know. And if you go on League of Legends Reddit, you can literally read about how these big organizers and capitalism guys are selling their spots, and Jesus, man, that's embarrassing. I always thought, you know, okay, you know, we, you know, sports, you know, that's why we love sports and esports in the first place. We wanna see who's the best. But when you handpick the same 10 guys every year, eventually whole esport will die. This is literally what happened with Smite. What's happening with Dota, with League of Legends. And the only reason these guys are still there because they have such a big share of the market, and because they manipulate media and their viewers and their players thinking they have real esports, but they never really had one, right? They show no innovation, they handpick same 10 guys every year and call it esports, and then they expect us to take them seriously. Like you have, you know, did you guys read like Faker, Zeus? These are some of the biggest figures in League esports, you know. But honestly, when you objectively look at League esports, you just realize, what are these guys even doing? I thought these guys are immune to American capitalism that slowly destroyed sport and esports through the years, but apparently they're even worse. They're even worse. When was the last time they organized any real EU and North America tournaments so people could actually improve themselves? When was the last time we, you know, show any innovation when it comes to League of Legends? Because they don't need to innovate. They are just like Steam. They make so much money from Steam that they never innovate, right? And after 20 years they actually still think the origins of whole MOBA genre is Dota, when in reality it was countless of community made maps, fight of characters on different fun community made maps. Like honestly, like I know there are so many fans, especially in Europe, there are so many fans who love League of Legends. But I'm telling you guys, it's not worth it anymore. And when you lead sports and esports with capitalism mindset, the whole league will eventually die because you only give 5% people a chance to make anything out of it. So eventually the whole league will die. That's literally what happened with Smite. You know, all these MOBA studios wanted to be like League of Legends. They wanted to be like Dota 2, and they're in brink of destruction. You know, because let's face it, League of Legends and Dota 2 were never innovate. I mean, they made the whole gaming genre out of one Dota map, which was a community-made map from Warcraft 3. It was just one map. There were literally millions of maps. And anybody that played Warcraft 3 or maybe Call of Duty know the origins of MOBA, all these custom maps, right? They're literally talking about selling their spots to the highest bidder. That's how broken their esports are. Nobody has a chance anymore, you know?
They're gonna get the next Baron.
Nobody has a chance anymore. That's why that's probably the only reason why League esports are dying. When you give nobody a chance to make out anything out of it, when you have no real rankings, no real esports, then what's the point? 90% of people who play your game are literally just wasting their time. Even if you get the highest rank in league, master or whatever, you still have no chance. Because you have to get handpicked, you have to get in via friends connections. That's what literally destroyed Smite Pro League. And they also destroyed, everything else beside Dota, Arena, EU region, international scene, And then people say, yeah, but Faker is so good, he doesn't need to play for his spot. Like, imagine if anybody else would say such bullshit in any other sports. I mean, yeah, we don't take UFC seriously, of course we don't anymore, but hey. Now you have millions of young people who waste their life on either trying to be a content creators, trying to be esports. I mean, I was part of esports and gaming for 15 years now. I love it more than anybody. But one day you just realize you basically have no chance anymore, no matter how passionate you are. Because guys like this who we actually look up to, they're literally getting paid to gatekeep any competition. I always had respect for Asian esports, but now I realize that they're even bigger joke than here in America and EU, like Jesus, man. Honestly, it's really disappointing to say the least. I know so many EU players, Czechs and Balkans, who love League of Legends. They aspire to be, to be high rank and so on, and then you see shit like this when they literally talk about $1 million deals for the spots in T1 or whatever. Is that really how you guys run esports? Like I said, capitalism is based on illusion. How long can you keep up the illusion? But it's not an environment that's long lasting. 90% people will sooner or later realize they have no chance anymore, and your esport will simply die, without any real tournaments or rankings. There is no such thing as sports or esports. I mean, there are literally companies dying over and over again, and these guys are still doing the same shit because they can get away with it, because most people have no idea what's going on, I mean, you can just look at Faker. He was probably just a passionate kid who loved this game and wanted to be the best like everybody else. And I'm not even surprised when you realize how depressed these guys actually become, because they are treated like a comedy. They know that esports is fake. They know it. They feel it in their hearts. But it depends on the survival, so they don't wanna say anything. I mean, I really had higher expectation of their esports, and in my opinion, like these big companies like Wolf or Riot, who manage these esports, are the reason why they destroyed them. They destroyed the gaming. They did. It's not just capitalism. It's